Hi, thanks for coming to watch today's video. In this video, we'll be talking about designing effective instructional videos for teaching, and I will be teaching you guys a little bit about how I make videos like these. So the platform I'm using for this video is Zoom. It is a really easy, it sounds a little funny, but it's a really easy way to kind of speak and be able to present something. And I really like how the screen share feature is just really easy to use. I will share my screen now. So I'm just gonna show you guys a presentation that I've been making. So I filmed this video, but had to re-record it because it was a little bit long. So that's why this presentation is a little different than I wanted it to be when we started, but that's okay. We'll just work with it. So the first thing you want to do when making an effective instructional video is go over your objectives. So your objectives are kind of just telling the audience or the viewer what you want them to learn through the video and kind of the most important things that they should kind of look out for. So for this video, it is understanding best practices for making instructional videos, knowing how and where to make videos, and then knowing the do's and don'ts of effective instructional videos. So pretty simple. I am using Google Slides for this presentation. I think it's really easy to use. I kind of love it. I do wish that there were a little more options for themes, but I overall think it's very seamless and I just really enjoy having everything in my Google Drive all together. So that's why I chose to use it. So I have already chose a theme. I chose a pretty simple one, and then I've named it. I have my title in the top left corner. And then my first page is my title page, and then I have my objectives, and then we get into the rest of the video. So for videos like this with presentations, you really want to keep the text on your slides to a minimum. It's really great to have a picture or two or an animation or something like that on your slides to help draw kids' attention and keep them engaged. But really, you should keep the text to a minimum. It's great to kind of be able to share the information verbally and have kids understand it that way rather than just reading it off of a slide or having you just read what you want to read directly off of a slide. And it is much more enjoyable to look at a slide that has pictures and words and kind of is more easy to look at than just a slide that's full of words. So that's why we do that. Another thing that's important for videos like this is the length. I did re-record this video because the previous one I recorded I felt was a little too long and drawn out, and I thought that it was kind of hard to keep your guys' attention with that. So ideally you kind of want to keep these videos under 10 minutes. It's a lot easier to keep kids' attention that way rather than having like say an hour-long video with all these topics in it. It's kind of hard for kids to like sit and focus for an hour. So that's why it's really great to break them up into smaller parts and kind of have a video for each topic or two. I mean, it's pretty easy to tell where you should break it up. So the next thing you kind of want to do is just start getting into your things. So this is my next slide, which this is a good example of a slide to put in a presentation. It provides a question and kind of a topic to talk about, and then some picture examples. And then I would accompany this with some more slides after it that kind of go into more specifics about why mammals are unique. And this would be a lesson teaching students kind of what mammals are and what makes them different from other animals. So kind of an intro lesson. So this slide right here is kind of an example of what you would not want to have. There's a few grammatical errors, and overall this is just, the text is pretty small, which is hard for students to read, and there is a lot of text and no pictures, and it's just visually kind of boring and not going to keep your students' attention well. So that is why we don't like slides like this. Another really great practice is to integrate questions into your slides and videos. One of my favorite programs for doing this is Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is a really great platform because you can upload pre-filmed videos and add questions to them inside, like in the video, and students actually have to answer the question to move on with the rest of the video. I really think that's great, and is a really great option to kind of make sure that kids really are paying attention. But another great option that's a little bit easier and more simple is just proposing a question in your slides and kind of reading it and then giving students a moment to kind of digest it and think about it in their head. And this isn't any sort of like assessment, but it's just kind of a way to grab students' attention again and make sure that they are focused and understanding what they are supposed to be learning. So that is kind of how you want to structure your slides. And then the last slide that you want to have will usually be a slide that kind of wraps up and brings you back to your objectives and make sure that the viewers are understanding what they were supposed to. So for this video, what we wanted to know was how to create effective instructional videos and where to create them. The best practices for designing these, and then do's and don'ts for designing effective instructional videos. So I hope that you were able to get that out of this short video. I do wish I was able to share more and in depth about ways to do this, but I think that this is still a great start. And yeah, I hope that this is very helpful for you. So I can stop my screen share now. So stop share, and now I'm back here and I'm still recording on Zoom. So that is how I did this. And so I'll be in the little corner of the video and the rest of it will be what I shared, which I think is a really great way for students to watch these. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. I really hope that it was helpful and that you got something out of it and that you were able to learn some more about designing effective instructional videos for your teaching. Good luck. Thanks.